Hi guys, my name is Alvaro Lopez and today I will be showing how to draw a floor plan with AutoCAD 2017. I'm going to do a very basic floor plan, um, but I'm sure that this very basic floor plan will give you the capabilities to draw other floor plans that may be um, a little bit more challenging. So let's just start with it, right? So I'd like to start with rec, okay? And I want to start at the origin. So here is, let me see, we can type 0, comma 0. Oh, I'm forgetting about something that is really important. We should start with our units. So let's type units, enter. Let's see what our units are. Okay, so I want decimal, I want precision, that precision, and I want to use inches. So I hit OK. All right, so at this point, let's start with the actual drawing. So again, I type rec, hit a space, start from the origin. So 0, comma 0, and hit a space. So there I am. And at this point, I want to hit the space, and the reason is because if you look at the status bar, it says dimension, right? And here this dimension allows you to give it as inputs to your rectangle, both height and base. So I do that, and I want to actually give it the very first question that it asks you is for the base. Okay, so I want my base to be, yeah, 144. Why not? And 168 for the height. Why not? And then you got to click, you got to click where you want your rectangle. I want it to be in the first quadrant, so there it is. Okay, so that's my rectangle. And just to prove it to you guys that this is what it does. You see, you have 168 right there. That is your height. Okay, and 144 will be your base. Um, with that done, what you can do is do an offset. Okay. Um, yeah. Uh, I'm gonna select 4.5 as the thickness of the walls. I select that, pull inwards, and now that's the thickness of my wall. Okay. So usually there's two kinds of walls. Walls that are that we call outer walls. These are thicker normally, and generally the walls that are in between rooms, those are the inner walls, and those are actually thinner. Okay, so with that being said, let's continue. I'm gonna hit rec. Okay, I'm gonna start from this point. Again, I want you guys to know about this feature of dimension, so you can here click, type D and then a space. And like I said, the very first dimension that it allows you to select for the rectangle is the horizontal. Okay, so in this case, I want this horizontal to be, we can say 60. No problem with that. Let's see, 60. And then I want the height to be 80. And that's what I got. Okay. Um, and then at the end, you gotta click there. Um, Next thing to do is to create the offset walls for this, and that's going to be done again with offset space, 4.5. I think it's a reasonable um, thickness for the inner walls. So let me see. I think I've been picking 4.5 all the way through. So if I just measure this, I see that that's 4.5 as well. So I want my outer walls to be thicker. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna stretch this by 4.5. Okay, I'm going to stretch this by 4.5. I'm going to stretch this one by 4.5 as well. And that one as well. Okay. So now it's starting to come together. So what you can do is that you can erase this. This would be my first room. So I can erase this by using trim. Click first with your, make a right click, and then you're ready to trim stuff. So, and you can trim with a left click. So there you go. Okay. I do want to leave this. Okay. I want to leave that and I want to leave that. Okay. So I'm done with that first room. Okay. I can make a couple of more rooms. You know, I can actually let me see. I can make a room right here. Okay, I can make a room right here. All right, and then I'm using line, by the way. I'm typing line. You know, I just did it again, and I'm gonna offset from this point, go on to here, and then there. Perfect. That is not needed right there, so I'm gonna trim it. So TR space. Again, make a right click first, anywhere, and now you're ready with left clicks to erase stuff. So there you go. And let me see. This could be like a living room. So let's create doors now. Let's create doors. So for you to create doors, for instance, I would assume that you will need a door from here to here, right? Okay. So yeah, you would definitely need a door right there. Maybe we're gonna stretch this a little bit. I'm gonna stretch it over here, maybe. I did not like that. Let me see. You. Okay. And okay, so I'm gonna create an opening. So I want to erase this. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do trim again, TR space right click anywhere, and then you can erase it. There you go. Now we have like an opening right there for a potential room. Now the door, when it moves, you know, it needs to have this clearance, and we need to measure this clearance because this will be the radius through which the door will rotate. So let's measure that. That's 27.29. So our door needs to have a length of 27.29. So I'm going to draw the door. The door is just going to be a rectangle. So rec space, start right here. And it was 27.29, I believe. Okay. I just want to make sure because we can redo it again. Yep, 27.29. Okay, so the thickness of the door really doesn't matter, but usually is pretty thin, so it's shown pretty thin in this kinds of sketches, so you can make it a little bit thinner. And now what you're gonna do is that usually in this kind of sketches they show the whole rotation of the door, and for you to do that you got to draw an arc. So the way in which you're going to do that is just type A space. Okay. You always want to start from a point and then go counterclockwise. So I want to start from this point. Uh, then I want to go to that point, and then I want to go to that point. This didn't work pretty well for me. So let's start again. Arc, and what we're gonna try now is using center. You see here in the status bar it says C. Okay, so that allows you to pick one of the points, because these arcs are made out of 3 points. You gotta select 3 points. And if I just like type C and then a space, I can start by selecting my center, and my center needs to be this no matter what. So I go there, and like I said, I want to go counterclockwise, so I want to go there, and then I want to go to here, and that was perfect. That's exactly how a door should look like. And that is what I told you. Just keep it as a rule of thumb. So basically select the center always, and then from the center travel counterclockwise, and then you'll always be able to draw a good door the first time. I guess it's helpful that you guys saw me making a mistake, but that's fine. It happens, right? So anyways, here I'm going to create 2 more doors for people who are in this room to be able to travel to the living room. So rec. Then again, I don't know if this house actually exists, but I think it's a great practice. So anyways, well, I can probably, okay. In this case, I could have used rectangle, but I didn't. In this case, I just decided to do it with lines, and that's okay. That's really fine. So what you want to do is that you want to trim this again. So same sequence, TR, type it, hit a space, right click first, and then left click to erase. There are some that are kind of hard to erase, so for those, just erase them using delete. There you go. Now you can create a door again with rectangle, so type rec space. Um, the door could be located here. Okay. Actually, before I create the door, I have to measure the opening, because the opening will give me the radius. So the radius is 30.31. Pretty nice number. So rec is going to be, let me see, well, I can use dimension, right? And remember, the very first dimension is the width. So the width really doesn't matter. I'll just make it 1 for now. And then the other dimension will be the height of the rectangle, and that is supposed to be the radius. So that's going to be 30.31 according to what we measured. There you go. That's our door. And then you can select where you want it. I want it here, so I click there. All right, and now I do an arc as well. Okay, I gotta select my center first. That's my rule of thumb. So type C, hit a space, go to the center here, right here, and like I said, you want to go counterclockwise. So then you hit on here, and then you hit right there. There you go. Perfect. That's perfect. That is a perfect door right there. And here I'm gonna erase that. I don't like that, so we can just do trim. Okay, I want to erase that. So again, whenever you use trim, do a right click and then do a left click. Perfect. And now let's draw our last door that will go from here to here, that will allow people to go from here to here, right? And we can just do that by typing rec. It's all the same steps, right? So we can go from here. This is going to be my rectangle right there. Okay, let me just increase that. Okay, so that's my rectangle. Let's measure the opening. Possible opening is 26.66. I'm going to remember that. 26.66. Now let's trim this. We don't want that. Okay, 26.66, right? Do you guys remember that? So at this point, I just gotta draw that 26.66. So rec, go like this. Well, and then D space the very first dimension that you enter is the base, so the base is going to be 1 unit, and then the other one is going to be the height, and the height is, I believe it was 26.66, I believe. Okay, and then you want it there. So just in case, let's just check here. It was 26.66. So let's check now if my radius is fine. 26.66, perfect. So here, all that we are left with is creating the arc. A, select the center, then travel counterclockwise. Oops, I think I didn't select the center, so let's do it again. A, space, C, space, start from here, go up to there, and there, voila. You have your door, and this has been great. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. This is a pretty interesting video because it shows how to draw a floor plan, a very easy one. But I know that if you guys know how to draw doors and how to use the offset feature and all the other commands that we used here, I'm pretty confident that you'll be able to create amazing floor plans. And well, I'll see you later. Thank you for everything. Goodbye.